I'm not sure this is back up for Silver Arrows, but what Thomas is the Lashley record Bluebird, Martin Campbell. I think it's the first Bluebird. Yeah, this car was at 150 miles an hour. The nervous balls in the original engine. That turbine record breaker. That turbine engine outside he was a star. One for Alpha. And a lot of but so effective V8 design. We will just get the driver 2.5 litre V8 in time. The wonderful Jaguar D-Type coming through. Six-cylinder car with a double-barreled shotgun. Shame, it was a famous name. My father wants to go through because the head of the car. Monocoque. We thought Colin Chandler produced the first monocoque race car, but that was look at the rear track, which is like but the traffic is quite heavy out there. So do stick with it, folks. Be patient. Follow the instructions from the reincarnation. And the S-76 in 1911 did a flying kilometre at 135 miles an hour. 35 in 1911. That was in Belgium with but it does just show how the Goodwood Festival of Speed embraced. And then qualifying, Jason Fraser leads us fantastic with the ball underneath them, and as Cook comes to the top of it, he crosses the line with a second. So Adam Morgan quickest at the moment. Jason Plato's on the hill. Matt Neal in the Jason Plato towards the top of the hill. Here is the three-time British champion. Two more cars remaining. Sam Thornton here in the West Surrey Racing Prepared BMW 1 Series. 95 miles an hour that Tordoff did over the line. Jordan knows his way up the hill. He's going to annihilate the time. Jordan wins the shootout. To the 29.4 that Andrew Jordan did. The next intermediate split will be coming at Harder. And what have they got up their sleeve? What have they got in Hooligan Industries? They use a lot. Italia Airlines livery last year's Stratos, and the Franz Wertz Rallycross car will come up behind it. And debut at the festival. Henry Legendary Group B, like a short wheelbase. David Llewellyn, multiple pretty British Rally Champion and the 1986 technology. Probably the most iconic Group B car, but only by
made his debut in the World Rally Championship in the 1985 Lombard RAC Rally. Finished third that weekend with Tony Pond when the Group B rally regulator. Fantastic, and who can forget the days of grandstanding
sponsorship that he had. And of course, escorts taken towards the end of their. His mother is a shareholder of Specification Citroen. He was in Goodwood House yesterday afternoon.
He's not making the same mistake again, where he did a real spin getaway for you down there in front of the contention a couple of years back.
A real shame, I thought, that brother Dario was unable to. Yes, this was a GT1 era where go racing with the road car, but it has to be available. Now then, this is the Porsche 919. Truly normally drives. And Mark Lieb, Roman Dumas taking the victory last weekend together with. And the great names driving those cars. For those speedy special telemetry for the driver would have done. Yeah, bad underwear. Indicated and on top of the place. He's got a right colour.
Not at all. Featuring our Michelin supercar.
This is very the green cell. Well, we've got some close barriers. We've got some in France. They knew when a Mazda was coming past. When he would be having an evening beer, shall we say, he would.
I could splash it on my neck and drink it. We had little Art Mazario in the car earlier this week. There's definitely Corvair in the car at the moment.
Here is the Ford F-150 lap ready. Got it! Or is that deliberate? Well, it's the stick. It's the stick. The original stick. The F-stick. That's why he's not the stick. Yes. He let the stick out of the bag, didn't he? Ben Collins, the bomber stick. Now James Bond stunt driver. Wheel and the 12-cylinder engine howling its way up the hill. Blue nose and stripe and wheels. The pink colours that the UK importer had for racing. And what to drive that car, which is to bring camera to focus on the driver on the line. This is the great Sir Sterling Moss. Mercedes 300.
His professional career was only about 14 years. Started in the late 40s in a Cooper in hill climbing, and it finished on Easter Monday in 62 at the Stan Crash. What a cool guy. And Sterling
686.
Yeah.
Sir Sterling Moss.
He's got the period lid on as well that he has on event. Because he's Sterling Moss. So sports car wins the World Championship Tour in 1959, and he had that accident in well.
And a lucky man after an accident such as that.
Yes, might be the 95. That's the baby one. Yes, that's
Nick Trott from Evo magazine.
He's going to get a ribbon.
So as the Aston growls its way down to the first corner, the new facility you will have seen on the side of the motorway last weekend for me, flooding back. Brilliant stuff.
10 years after Martin's been back in international sports car racing, brought back in by ProDrive.
The Mercedes GT AMG, GT3 car, and what a GT3 car. The first 300 SL, doesn't it? Americana. Go nicely for. Here is the Renault. Adam Morgan driving this. Goodness me.
He stretches across the line, the Porsche 918. The technology on these things is quite different. And then they'll say, look, do you think that's an experience? And it all feeds down into the everyday as much as
is.
That again is a track car. Yeah, it's an arrive and drive.
Yeah,
type thing, isn't it?
You can take it away if you want to.
It's controlled by the passenger in the car, and it's going to get some great shots and video footage of 2009 Formula 1 experienced engineers on it, and it really shows it has that feel of a car that is developed by a small bunch of passionate people. Makes you in the AMG camera car struggling to keep it.
It's come back with a traditional roadster in the old Bristol mould. I say old, it's got a carbon fibre body, it's not that old.
Yes. So the Bristol is moving again. So
it'll be one of those things that feels like you're accelerating when you're not.
Yeah. I was talking to Hill controller Alec Nibbett the other day.
Rolling Yamaha, and then even a car. For a household name. In the meantime, got some more modern bikes coming up towards us. Ducati and with Honda and King of the Jungle. What test has he got up this Goodwood hill climb? It's just as if he's hard on the brakes going into the chicane. Right hand, a little bit of dirt on the inside as the eyes have it. That was his trademark little logo. The eyes of Bogatti, as the Italians called him when he was racing at Ducati. And talking about Italians, well, motorcycle racing is front page news. It always has been. His era, with the MV Augusta, with the 500, what a sound. Flipping the throttle on the down change as he comes through Moulcombe. What about the TT guys? James Hillier, TT winner. Just feeling his way around the first corner, just making sure that he's not going to go here as well. Mark Potter was riding that earlier. Is he on it again? He may well be. This is Flash. This is Gordon Shedden, I believe. Gordon Shedden, two-time British touring car champion. He is on the hill. This is Tom Sutton, World Superbike champion, World Superbike race winner with Kawasaki, and teammate to Jonathan Ray this year. Easy his way up the hill, a little bit wet underneath the trees. This is Troy Corser, another world champion. He's riding Michael BMW S1000RR, a motorcycle with just a few modifications, and if you take it to Bruntingthorpe, that'll do 200 miles an hour. Michael Neves, well-known MCN journalist and a fair peddler himself, but Troy Corser, former World Superbike, did some Grand Prix in the latter years of 500, and also then went back to World Superbike and was victorious again. As he goes up towards the wall, got to be a bit careful under the trees. A bit of mud that's been drawn onto the course after that supercar shootout run a moment ago. The Tesla bringing an enormous amount of mud onto the track by the left-hander here at Moulcombe. But these guys, they know what's going on. And was adopted by the Australians. Comes into Moulcombe corner, down the gears, 1, 2, 3, 4 times. And now he'll release those prancing horses.
It's not quite the same, is it?
And as it accelerates its way away, Pascal Bernard pointing some of his father's
GP2, doing really well in GP2. In the top school of the Red Bull team, but really enjoying this chance to get in the... Not for the best.
And doesn't this sound wonderful, ladies and gentlemen? Jenson Button here today. He's got one of these chassis. They only built 3 of them. They didn't have one.
Not for the best.
And doesn't this sound wonderful, ladies and gentlemen? Jensen Button here today. He's got one of these chassis. They only built 3 of them. People that had to be let go are now re-employed with Mercedes.
Stoffel van Dorn in the McLaren. Stoffel's had 2 F1 races, taking Fernando's place.
Hungary. It's been brilliantly restored.
And it's been followed by the C3S, isn't it? It is wonderful. It might make, I think it's a C1 Laboratoire, actually, isn't it?
No, we'll see that developed into the rover V8 engine, but this was a later version. This was the fourth one. Supposedly gave more power. And it's before the Silver Arrows with their sophisticated engine and suspension. 1.5 seater. They never actually took a ride in the car. This is the car that we saw Stern driving earlier. And Cindy Wolf has been driving. I think Toto jumped in and helped 300 SR. D-type, classic D-type Jaguar, long-nose D-type with the later full emblem. Why do you see there? Because that's a priceless mix. It is Dad, yeah, perfect. And Dad and Lad combo here. The Austrian, the great Austrian reunited in this is the car that we saw Stern driving earlier. And Cindy Wolf has been driving. I think Toto jumped in and helped 300 SR. D-type, classic D-type Jaguar, long-nose D-type with the later full emblem. Why do you see there? Because that's a priceless mix. It is Dad, yeah, perfect. And Dad and Lad combo here. The Austrian, the great Austrian reunited in its all rally cars, all rally cars. Wonderful. Do you know these? Alpha 75 Turbo Evolution. Part of our form past that. We've mixed the batches up. No one has ever seen. They had the drawings, they recreated it perfectly. Have we seen this car before? No, wonderful. First time out of captivity in 6 road versions with wire wheels, with twin headlights at the front, extended tail to allow Madam to have a little bit of boot space at the back, and then the Mark II, the 5 litre V8. The more had one in this country for 35 out of Simpson superseded by the all-new GT. Doing so well at the more that famous just last weekend. It's just been marketed built. How do you have one world rallycross car? He's not hanging about. Average round it, Alaman 324. 120 oh, that's been absolutely magnificent. Got all the pictures, the total turbos. It's always quiet. Our producer Toby absolutely leapt out of his seat. Harry Hunt Dakar, surprisingly nimble. And Alan Law was out as well in that Mercedes truck that was so successful in the European Truck Racing Championship. It's driven by this difficult surname to pronounce. Absolutely extraordinary win in the time of a few minutes of the Le Mans. To hit the leading Toyota. And which is going to be in front of the London Sydney Mercedes. They also run a Motorsport first, actually. Yeah, recreated by Renault using the original engine, most of the original chassis. This was streamlined body, well, it looks streamlined, as I said, it's damage of 5,000 miles. Wow. Yeah, all those years ago. That's amazing. His still side was way out of Moulton. Oh, that's absolutely clapping. Martin Richards in this car on R33. It's all getting a bit hairy now because it's dry. It's almost dry around here, and they said, didn't they? They prefer it to be dry. They're set up to work in the dry. It's Luke Woodland, isn't it? They tweeted earlier. Had a bit of a whoopsie at Malcolm yesterday. Got the car all didn't come last year and hasn't been satisfied for his run this morning. And you won't believe what you're about to see. Here we go, on board with Mark Widdett in the Mazda. Just nips the back of the car up and round it goes and he holds it to the back spot. So wide, steering it. The car under control. Comes under the house and he's going to pendulum flick it over the brow into Malcolm on board. Another way to producing 1,000 horsepower. Big Lord Mark up there. Wow. On board with Mark Widdett. Keep our cameras trained on Mark Widdett as he gets to the top paddock because he always has a bit of a show off, doesn't he, in the top paddock up there. What? Oh, that's someone other than Alan Wynne, I believe, in the next year. Lewis Marcus is down there still and could tell Railton. This will forever be the lap record holder at 143.44 miles an hour. This is the last of our cars on the hill for the day. What a day it's been. We'll get some highlights on the screen in a moment. We'll get some interviews from Bruce and